Alright, let's do it. This donkey contains language which may be strong and sexual in nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Yes, Donkey the Day for Tuesday, November 13th goes to TBI Technowar and mugged cristiedge. What both of these guys did and let happen, respectively, would have retroactively leapfrogged money for number 1 and number 2 Numbnut of the CNR Awards 2018, because what they did was worse than money's mockery, because their faggery literally changed the outcome of one of the categories. Now, I understand that I wasn't the one hosting or counting, but there should be a bit more inference put into vote counting. In the last 2 years, if I saw a guy obviously ripping a vote template from another person, I'd immediately notice, and no matter who it was, without looking twice, their post would be ignored, because rule number 6, which has been a rule, since at least these forms have been made, says try to vote based on your own experiences, not just what the cool cat above you has put. You take a look at TBI Technowar and Yerix's posts, literally in the player vote sections. TBI Technowar completely copied Yerix's post and changed only the best driver category, which Yerix voted Technowar for, so they switched votes. And the favorite player, which Yerix also voted Technowar for, so Technowar switched it to Skimmer. He copied 26 of the first 28 player votes. So under what grounds does an obviously copied template of a ballot deserve to be counted? It's in the rules that you can't do that, and there's no individualism at all in what Technowar did, which is the complete point of what the CNR Award's supposed to be. And it's obvious, knowing that Yerix was the first high-profile Cuck Sam member, excluding Memudati and Yanagiv, that posted in the topic, so it's obvious shenanigans were being made here. Technowar, who hadn't posted in 10 months since January this year, would completely independently, on his own notice, the CNR Awards are going on for him to normally blindly vote his Gannat cockroaches, like the rest of them do, 3 hours before the deadline. No, he was told. Telling someone to vote is one thing, but when it's Sam, it's different. Use Technowar as a meat shield, as a number, and it fits their agenda. Sam knew what the favorite player race was looking like. Technowar's favorite player vote for Skimmer put him into a tie for cash from the most, and here's where Mug cristiedge comes in, because I know I'm bitching, and I know I know I allowed him to do these awards, but despite all the numbnuttery he does year by year in these awards, never did I expect the complete mockery he's made of these awards. I'll say that. If we take a look also at the final vote of the thread before it got locked, talk about the fine print. Catch posted his votes on 7 p.m. local time, or New York time if you will, and if we look at that, you might say, so what? What's going on? Well, we can see here that on the first post, voting is up until 6:59 p.m. of November 11th, New York time, or 11:59 p.m. on GMT 0 in the UK. His post was submitted a minute late. You may say, meh, a minute. You got an assignment to submit online. Deadline is 11:59 p.m. If you dick around and all of a sudden it turns midnight and it locks you out, can you submit your assignment then? No. You'd end up biting your nails all night. You go out to vote for president, and you arrive a minute late after the polls close. Will they let you in? No, they won't. All weekend or week, I see and hear of Catch, cristiedge, and Ali ganging around the server with some plain object, blowing up Zoomers or whatever those couple of new admins are doing, going around headless with blood spilling from their necks, deep in object crap. I see Catch make a post, and the same minute cristiedge locks the topic. If you look at that, see all that, listen to all that, there's mockery going on. Technowar's votes count, even though it broke a rule. Catch's votes count, even though it was technically past the deadline. And with both of that, it literally changes the outcome of the favorite player category. As Yasinamine said, the results were trash. And they've been trash for the last 3 years, but but this year, the CNR awards entirely were trash. It's bad enough of trash that people can't spend 10 minutes to make a decent ballot over the course of 15 days. That alone wouldn't be the fault of the person hosting. I remember Priest Killer last year on a deactivated account voted me favorite admin. But since he lied about his location in his new members topic, I couldn't count it. So instead of beating Ghost Hunter for favorite admin, I tied for first. That's keeping a little integrity of a trash of a 2.5 week period. Because I can't control the votes, but what I can control is myself, and I would never try to ask or force people to vote in my favor or in favor of someone else. But for Mug cristiedge to not use a cent of common sense to at the time admit to the what should have been a failed plot to get Skimmer favorite player, to step in to not count Technowar or Catch's votes, just shows that this year on both sides of the select numbnuts on the host and an admin no less, that has completely corrupted the integrity of what this is supposed to be, to end up being more of a manipulator than a non-biased host. Then again, what would be more of a definition of bias than Sam? In 2012, when Mug cristiedge won Best Hitman, that was a crock of snit as well. RT Polygato actually made a forum multi-account, and voted cristiedge for Best Hitman, and the vote counted. Now, he won it by 3, but over the course of a day, many missions admins at that time, including Sat, Hades, Future, and Thief, even though I don't count him so much because he played CNR more than those other 3, also voted cristiedge for Best Hitman. And for those guys, and for guys like the first 3 who all had less than 20 posts on the forum to independently come on the forum under their own volition, vote for cristiedge for Best Hitman, it's complete bullshit, and if it was a fair vote, he wouldn't have won. Simple. That leads me into the unknown soldier, who voted me biggest ass licker, which might have been 5 years too late. But as I've said about Sam for a long time, and besides DMH legal, DMH does not do this, and neither really have other gangs. Sam is never about neutrality or logic. Right or wrong, they're out to kiss ass of their own members. We're out to call out bullshit, which Sam has a ton of. And they, like many donkeys we've pulled out, never have the cojones to sit back and say that this isn't right. This may be my homie, but he's tripping. I gotta set him straight. Instead, they take everything I say as some DMH versus Sam snit, when in reality they blow loads into each other's mouths and spit in each other's faces without shame. If you look year in, year out, the CNR awards, outside of them, inside of them, it's clear the biggest ass lickers are every Sam member. But of course, you can't vote for one because they all do it equally. San Andreas Mafia. We are 11 years old. No shit. Please give the new biggest numbnuts of the CNR awards, TBI Technowar and Mug cristiedge, in that order. The biggest hee-haw, courtesy of Remy Ma.
Get him out of here! motherfucker, are you dumb?
You say CNR awards, I say rigged. Legitimately.
Alright. All that, and to be honest, and maybe I should have tracked this back on the CNR news. I should have voted for Cash, and probably she would have won. And yeah, I mean, why them to only Donkey of the Day? Shouldn't Sam and Total be Donkey of the Day also? Because they all voted for each other. Like, you know, they were jerking each other off.
Yeah, you know, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Sam, year in, year out, they get no outside positive attention, so what you gotta do? You gotta circle jerk each other in the sandbar. Love Shack.
Didn't somebody edit their fucking votes like 20 times or something like that?
Probably.
They counted it. You see, this is the reason why new admins should not make anything. Just keep it to the original admins are doing it and doing it correct, because God, man, you guys are fucking stupid, man.
Exactly. I think the experiments for new admins that come in and do some major snits is failed. Bigly failed. Bigly. And if those fags do not right the wrong of the riggery and jokery of what they have advanced these snits into, then I don't know. The integrity has been zeroed.
Sam is dead.
Sam is finished. All credibility has been zeroed. Like a cheater.